Hi there, my name is Professor Stewart, and welcome to CCRI's English 1220 Introduction to Poetry, the summer session. Today we will be looking at the analysis paper. In the summer session, we're just going to have one analysis paper, and then the other major writing will be the final research. Okay, so let's jump right into Unit 6 here and take a look at the resources. You'll be familiar by now with the writing originality statement. Again, you'll be turning off any Grammarly or any other writing assistants to do work for this course, and just do your best with your own abilities. That's my expectation, that you're just working from where you are. Okay. Here is the assignment posted here that we'll be looking at in a moment. Here we have our rubric. We have a quick video on plagiarism, and then this is the location ultimately that you'll be uploading. Okay, uploading your analysis paper when you're done. But let's jump right into the guidelines here. So we've spent the past weeks looking at the terms, the concepts of poetry and some different genres. We have the carpe diem, nonsense verse, and the ballad. So what your task is here in our analysis paper is to demonstrate your learning so far by writing a 3-page minimum analysis paper of 2 or more poems not read in class that adhere to one of the subgenres: carpe diem, nonsense, or ballad. So what you'll need to do is decide, do you want a seize the day type poem? Do you want a nonsense or a ballad poem? And then you need to choose 2 poems that we did not read in class from the resources. Okay. Again, no research in this paper. If you need some biography information, something like that, then I would say go to the Poetry Foundation or the poets.org sources, and you don't have to worry about citing biography information. But do steer clear of the different poetry analysis things, which I think are pretty lame. But you're just going to be sitting down, reading the poem, annotating the poem, just like we've been doing, and just do your best. See if you can find hyperbole, alliteration, metaphor, simile, all these things. Again, it's just between you and the poems, and think of this as sort of, instead of an exam, we're going to be writing a paper. All right. Some of the other expectations: make sure that somewhere in your intro you define your subgenre. So what makes a ballad a ballad? What makes a nonsense poem a nonsense poem? You don't really need anything outside of the type of information I posted in the Blackboard discussions and things like that. So again, just going with what you know there. Okay, I don't expect anything beyond what's in the Blackboard. Okay, make sure that you address both form and content. So thinking about the different rhyme and meter aspects of each poem that you got to see in the course screencasts that I posted. And so make sure each poem you say, this is a ballad. This is a ballad because it is AB, AB, and it's alternating tetrameter, trimeter, things like that. So make sure you're not just giving a plot discussion of the poem, but you're looking at the form and the structure as well. Okay. Make sure that you follow basic college writing format. So for example, in a 3-page paper, you probably have an introduction paragraph, maybe 4 to 6 body paragraphs, and then your conclusion, okay? At the end of your introduction, you're gonna have a sentence that sums up exactly what you're gonna do. So you're gonna say, in this paper, I will look at the ballad form in these following 2 poems. So that's going to be your final sentence of your first paragraph, okay? Make sure that you give specifics from your poems, right? So you want to give quotations of lines from your poem, and here's the format you're going to use to do that. Make sure to show a line break, you're going to use a slash, and at the end, write your line numbers. You can just put the numbers there because I know what they mean. You don't have to put, unless there's a confusion between poems, you could put the author's name here if that helps me. Again, citing information in your writing is just to help make your reader's job easy. So just think of it that way. You can use I in the papers because this is about you in the poems. I want to hear your unique human voice. Again, don't use Grammarly. It hijacks the learning process and stops you from improving as a writer. I want to hear your voice, your word choice, your syntax. And you're going to follow MLA format, which is use any legible 12-point font, double spacing, indent each paragraph, 1-inch margins around the side. That's usually set up. A plagiarized response, or response that shows up for AI-generated text, will result in an F grade. I developed this assignment with 0% AI assistance. Maybe some teachers out there are making their assignments using AI. I don't know, but I'm doing. That's kind of not my style here. So, and then we wrap up with a repeated statement of our writing originality statement here, and so that should be kind of built into everything we do here. Okay, so that is the overview of the poetry analysis paper for CCRI's English 1220. Again, I'm Professor Stewart, and thanks so much for listening.